Hello, my lovelies. Can you believe it? August has ended and the official summer months are over, and we are now entering the Burr months. What can I say? Time really went so fast, and I know some of you are still on a summer holiday, but yeah, I just have to do this video now because for me, it is officially September and it is now the season of fall. Ladies and gents, if you're new here, my name is Joanna, and in my channel, I do perfume reviews and recommendations. Welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. Going back to the topic, myself, is not yet officially ready for fall because, here in Portugal, especially where I live, it's still kind of like summer. We can still go to the beach until like end of September actually, but then it's a different vibe already. Even though I am not yet officially ready for fall, but my perfume list is. For me, fall season is the season to be wearing something boozy, woody, and cozy. So you will find a lot of fragrances that are in this kind of vibe in today's video. I have prepared for you fall perfume recommendations for every budget. So it's going to be exciting, and yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. So I'm gonna start with perfumes that are easy reach, or let's say like good to grab for daily whereabouts this fall season. The most affordable in today's list, Majestic Green by Zara. This is an aromatic, spicy, and peppery vanilla. It is so fall for me. It has black vanilla husk, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, and cedar. And to me, this is very comforting. Definitely screams fall. There's a very comforting scent that is coming from this. And I think it is the cardamom that is controlling the sweetness of the vanilla in this perfume. I love this. This is extremely unisex, in my opinion. I find this very similar to Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. However, this is something that is less spicy because here there's only cardamom that is kind of like creamy as well. I love it. And to me, this is like one of the best in Zara right now. Yeah, highly recommend Majestic Green. Longevity is around 4 to 6 hours. Not a very big projector. That's why I feel like this is a very good daily kind of fragrance that can be safe to use in the office or just like moving around this fall season. Yeah, Majestic Green by Zara. Next perfume for me is another cozy fall fragrance, and this is Palo Santo by CARNER. This perfume has rum, Artemisia, milk, guaiac wood, tonka bean, vanilla, of course, vetiver, and sandalwood. But what I'm getting from this fragrance is a very milky, rummy, and woody scent all at the same time. It is very complex, guys. I must say that this is either a love or hate. So yeah, having said that, if you love woody and at the same time lactonic kind of fragrances, I think you will appreciate this. It is a very unique scent to me, to be honest. It is very comforting because of that milk in it and the tonka bean. It kind of reminds me of commodity milk. However, it has like a very woody kick in it. Also, that rum note is basically giving it just a touch of booziness. I find this such a beautiful and comforting scent. Very complex, yet I think this is very easy to wear if you love this kind of fragrance. This projects very well and extremely unisex. Even men can pull this off. I highly recommend Palo Santo because this is not your ordinary creamy sandalwood kind of perfume. I think if you are really into niche, you're gonna love this one. Yeah, Palo Santo by CARNER Barcelona. The next fragrance is one of my favorite sandalwood ever, and this is Santal Vanille by the Seven Virtues. Guys, this again has cardamom in it, sandalwood, coconut milk, vanilla, myrrh oil, and olibanum. The coconut milk in this fragrance made this perfume stand out to me. This is the kind of coconut that I love to wear in the fall season or like colder months. It is creamy but not lactonic. The creaminess is coming from the coconut milk. It is quite spicy as well because of the cardamom and pepper, and there's a sensuality that is coming from the myrrh oil and olibanum. I love this fragrance. I find it very comforting and very pleasant to wear. This can be in my top 5 sandalwood fragrances, that's for sure. This is definitely a very well blended sandalwood, vanilla, coconut milk, and cardamom combo. You gonna love this one if you are into coconut and sandalwood, that's for sure. Yeah, that is Santal Vanille by Seven Virtues. I used to hike a lot myself, and to me, fall or like autumn is the best time to hike because it's not too hot and at the same time it's not too cold. And I just love smelling the wetness of the leaves and the soil when I do my hikes. And the perfume that embodies that feeling for me, and basically it's something that screams fall or like hiking in the fall, is Book by Commodity. This is a very woody fragrance. Imagine sandalwood, cypress, cedar, rosewood. You'll find them all in this fragrance, but then you add up a eucalyptus note on top. This to me is so comforting. Really screams fall to me and reminds me of beautiful hikes. This fragrance makes you feel like you are walking on wet eucalyptus leaves and you are surrounded with tall trees and you are just enjoying this moment. To me, it doesn't smell like a book, but this is like reading a finale of a book on top of my hike. Really beautiful scent, guys. One of my favorites from Commodity as well. This is extremely unisex with moderate projection, and let's say it lasts around 4 to 6 hours. Yes, highly recommend Book by Commodity. Now we're kind of like done with the fall perfumes for daily use, and basically now I'm gonna start to talk about fragrances that have depth in them. Imagine you're like in the end of September and the leaves are really falling out of the trees. The next perfume that I'm gonna talk about is something that can be worn for like brunch days with friends. even like a date night or like a day date with your special someone. And this is called Ooh La La by Teo Cabanel. I adore this fragrance. This has hazelnut, saffron, orris, tobacco, sandalwood, tonka bean, and musk. This is very lipsticky in the opening, and the tobacco, musk, and sandalwood combo in here kind of like gives a suede feel as well. You know the smell of new clothes? It has that vibe. Imagine you ordered new clothes, it's delivered in your house, you open the box, and this is the scent that you're gonna get. And on top of that, somehow the clothes has lipstick on it. Again, this is very unique, very niche. If you are into unique scents, you will definitely love this one. I love this because there is sexiness in this. It is very seductive to me as well. I imagine like a vixen in casual wear wearing this fragrance. It is nutty, lipsticky, yet dry and powdery. It is beautiful. Tobacco in here is extremely well blended. You won't find any percentage of screechiness that is coming from that tobacco note in here. I must say though that if you are not into lipsticky or makeup-y kind of scent, you might not love this one. But if you are, I'm telling you, you have to check this one out. This is Ooh La La by Teo Cabanel. Now, October started and it is really chilly outside already. And that's the time when you wear those light gourmands. And I have two in today's video, and they are very affordable Middle Eastern fragrance. First is my fall staple, Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. This is a very sparkly, fruity fragrance with some caramel and amber. It is so good. The apples in here are very juicy and sparkling as well, so it gives you that lifted vibe and it will kind of make you feel happy too. It is sweet because of the caramel note. It is not a sugary sweet though. So this to me is leaning more gourmand. If you love fruity kind of fragrances and like you are into caramelized kind of fruits, you will love this one. So this is one of my favorite Middle Eastern fragrances because aside from the beautiful scent, the longevity and projection is in a beast mode level. And this to me is definitely unisex. However, leaning more feminine because of its sweetness from the caramel. And yeah, Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. Next perfume is a new discovery of mine. This is out for quite a long time. However, I just discovered it recently. And this is Khaltat Al Arabia Royal Blends by Lattafa. Guys, this again is another fruity perfume. The fruits that I'm getting from here are pineapple and red apples. And also this is spicy. Okay, so if you love fruity, spicy, kind of boozy fragrances, you're gonna love this one. It has that Aventus Creed vibe in the opening because of the pineapple note. However, it is very light and sweet. This is like dried pineapple and red apples drizzled with caramel, okay? So if the Casablanca is sparkling one, this is more dried. This has a little bit of booziness in it. It is more spicy because of the nutmeg and cloves note in here. And I love this one. It is a spicy, fruity, sweet and resinous fragrance. Longevity is kind of like beast mode level. Now that I've tested this for a long time, I must say that this one is a big projector. Yeah, so you cannot really overspray. Highly recommend unisex fragrance, in my opinion, just like something in the middle. Lattafa Khaltat Al Arabia Royal Blends. All right, now I'm gonna show you, I think like four or five more perfumes that are basically kind of in one category. They are boozy and cherry-fied kind of fragrances. For me, fall is all about this kind of fragrances as well. So the first one that I'm gonna mention is, you know that it's gonna be here, Mandola by Sordadora. To me, this is the ultimate fall scent. That leather jacket, ankle boots, and dark lipstick vibe kind of fragrance. This is an almond blast in the opening. Then as it dries down, you're gonna get some ripe cherries that seem to be frozen, and it's grounded with smoky and sensual leather and musk. My favorite fall fragrance, I think. This to me just smells very sexy and bougie. The almond, cherry, and suede is basically what you're gonna get in the dry down, and it is somehow very intoxicating. I highly recommend you this one out if you love cherry and booziness in a fragrance. This is unisex in my opinion. However, it is still leaning more feminine. So that is Mandorle by Sordadora, and I have a discount code for this fragrance. It's Joanna10. If you are bothered with the cherry note in this fragrance, I will recommend then Sugar Leather by Onui Nomad. So what's the difference? To me, instead of the cherry note, you will get more of the cinnamon in here. So basically, this is a soft leather with some caramel drizzles on top, okay? Just a drizzle because this is not extremely sweet. There's a little bit of booziness as well. However, it's not that boozy like the Mandorle, because to me, they are very similar in the opening. However, the dry down though, you're gonna get a lot of the cinnamon in this fragrance and a soft leather. While the Mandorle one, it's more of like a cherry liquor kind of dry down mixed with the suede. This is more on sugared leather and at the same time the cinnamon on top. I love this one. I recommend this if you are not into really the cherry vibes, but you still want that booziness and just a tad bit of spiciness. This is Sugar Leather by Unui Nomad, and I have a discount code Joanna10. Okay, the next fragrance, I'm not sure if I should still show you this one because I feel like it's very hard to get, but anyway, I'm gonna show it to you because this will always be a part of my fall selection. And this is Kotat Al Night by Attar collection. This is another boozy cherry kind of fragrance. Imagine Killian's Angel Share topped with cherry. The difference with this fragrance is that the cherry in here is very dry. It's not like typical ripe cherries. It's not sweet as well. The apple as well in here is somehow dried to my nose. It's not a sparkling one. And it has some cinnamon in it as well. I get that note. I think this is the best boozy and cherry dominant Arabic fragrance that you can find. If you can see this online or if you can find this in your country, I highly recommend you checking this one out because the performance is amazing as well. This definitely lasts around 8+ hours, stays on clothes with very good projection. Yes, Khaltat At Night by Attar collection. Last two perfumes for me are very date night appropriate, okay? And guess what? They are still cherry dominant fragrances. First one is Lovefest Burning Cherry by Kayali. To be honest, as a cherry scent, this is one of my favorites. This is a little bit syrupy and very, very sweet. There's something very addicting in it, very close to Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I feel like this is an amazing date night scent because of the sweetness. It is kind of intoxicating as well. However, of course, the longevity is not really good. So what I do is I layer this with my newly discovered perfume oil from Luxader. This is called Lost Cherry. I'm gonna make a separate video about this brand, guys, because it is amazing. This is a very concentrated Tom Ford Lost Cherry that will amplify any kind of Lost Cherry dupe. These two paired together will last you for around 8+ hours and will give you a strong projection as well. This is a syrupy cherry with some raspberries, sweetness coming from the praline, and like just a little bit of woodiness in the background coming from the Guayacud and the Palo Santo. Love this scent. I just wish it lasted longer, but these two together is the best cherry combo, guys. Yeah, Lovefest Burning Cherry by Kayali and Luxader Oil Lost Cherry. And the last perfume for today, guys, is one of my favorites as well. And this is Venom of Love by Navitus. This now is a sour cherry wrapped in dark chocolate and liquor. This is so intoxicating. One of my most intoxicating fragrances in my collection, I must say. That's why I highly recommend you this one out if you're looking for like that intoxicating date night scent. This is just so good, guys. Definitely gourmand, definitely boozy. It has some oriental touch and it has that dark chocolate as well that rounded everything all together. What can I say? Paulina Shah really did an amazing job on this one. Very unique in my opinion, in spite of all the cherry and chocolate combos out there. I don't know, there's something in here. It is creamy as well. There is something very sultry because of the amberwood and vanilla in the dry down, and that whipped cream just did the final touch of this one to be one of the greatest date night scents. Oof, especially in the fall and winter season. Highly recommend Venom of Love, Navitus. Okay, so that is my fall perfume recommendations for this year, guys. How did you find it? Did you find any favorites? Now, I would like to know what are your fall favorites. Please share it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you on my next one. Bye!